Good afternoon, everybody. Let's take a look and see how we're looking. Sorry, don't want to make anybody seasick. I'm going to take a sip of my fancy water drink. I mean, honestly, it's just seltzer with a little bit of lime juice in it. But so today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to tell you why. I did work on some patterns. I'll show those to you. They were children's patterns. It took me a lot of time to get through them, a lot like the doll patterns last week, small pieces, and when an entire pattern is cut and it has 36 pieces, it takes you a while to get through. We also had I had a difficult week, not for nothing, but I felt like kind of depressed this week because it just has not stopped raining. And we're all starting to get a little pissed, honestly. In fact, hello, Olivia. A friend of mine posted a meme on Facebook that was a picture of Tyler Perry dressed as Medea, and he's got a gun and he's like loading it, and it says, "Let the weatherman say rain one more time." And that's kind of what we're all feeling. It's raining again today. We have these patchy bits, like you'll see, it'll get a little bit sunnier, but then it never lasts, and it's making everybody honestly like depressed, right? So it was a tough week, but let's talk about what the thrifting gods and goddesses did for me this week. I've decided that the thrifting, some people say the thrifting gods, it's a goddess because man, did she come through for me this week. So I'm going to show you what I got. All right, let's start with, we'll work backwards. We'll start with today. I normally do not go to Goodwill on a Sunday because it was exactly what it was like this morning. It was, hi, Cybele. It was just so, it was so hectic. There was literally, I almost got run over by a woman with a cart because people are like rushing in to get the like dollar items. But I had seen some items earlier in the week that I didn't quite want to spend full price on. And I knew that the red tags were going to be $1. So let me show you what I got. First things first. Oh, I just realized it looks, you can see there's white powder. It's just, this is just Barkeeper's Friends. This is the Wilson company that makes the sewing bins, also made the pattern bin. This is the pattern bin. It's kind of big. It's a weird thing to get on camera. I have the entire set of this in this avocado green. In fact, I have another bin. And to tell you the truth, I think this one is actually the bin that goes with the set I have and not the one I have. I think the one I have is not by Wilson. I think it's by a different company. And then I got, and by the way, dollar. I got this. I wasn't particularly interested in knitting needles because I don't knit, but I have rethunk my crocheting thing. I crocheted for years. I liked it. And I thought I should try it again and see if I'm still having so much trouble with my hands, if I can do it. I was thinking, maybe if I use a larger needle, I don't know. We'll see. So all of these, right? Like, look at how many crochet needles. I think these are pretty much every size there is, right? My dog is in the background saying hi. Hi, Lucky. Plus these knitting needles, 99 cents. And in the bag with them were these. I don't think they've ever been used. The package definitely has some damage. It's got ancient tape on it. But I think it was just because this part got bent. So got those. Hi, bud. How are you? How you doing? He's less than happy today. He doesn't like all this rain either. But, and here's where the goddess of thrifting comes in. All right, this fabric. Let's talk about this fabric. I'm going to put it up. I hope you guys can really get a good look at it. It's actually quite heavy. This is probably 4.5, maybe even closer to 5 yards. It is a wool blend. You can feel it because it's got a slickness from the blend, but it's also got, it could be 100% wool, but I don't think it is because it's got a little bit of stretch. This is a wool blend. Now, these are not really my colors. They're lovely, but I'm more of a, well, I do like red. I was going to say, But see, like these orangey colors and these browns, these aren't really colors I wear a lot of, right? Obviously, I wear a lot of gray because I just realized a second ago that I'm wearing gray again. I really don't own this much gray. I just keep grabbing these couple of gray t-shirts I have because they're comfortable and they're washable and all that. Anyway, back to this fabric. So they only wanted $5.99 for this, which honestly, $5.99 for 5 yards of fabric, especially wool, a wool blend, no problem. But I went back today and I got it for a whole $1, right? So 5 yards of fabric for $1. I figured it out. That's actually 1930s prices. 20 cents a yard would have been how much it cost in 1920. So I'm very happy. Thank you, Olivia. I love the color red. It's just the browns that aren't so great on me. But the funny thing is I have a red that's very similar to this in a sweater. And I'm thinking of going through my patterns and see if I have a skirt pattern that's got like a kind of kilt-ish design where you have some pleats in it, because I have more than enough fabric to make that kind of a skirt. So that was this morning. Let's talk about yesterday. Okay, yesterday, as I said in my description, I went to a place called Ranch Hope. A friend of mine, Jennifer, was down. She's a plumber, and she was working at the Salem nuclear power plant in southern New Jersey. And Salem County, New Jersey has, fun fact, one of the oldest, what they call a permanent rodeo. Yes, you heard me right. New Jersey has the oldest permanent rodeo in America. I'm not kidding. I know people think it will be in Oklahoma or Nebraska. Nope, it's in New Jersey. So this is a rodeo that doesn't travel. May through October, I know everybody's shocked, Olivia, and you're in Iowa. You would think maybe like Nebraska, because Nebraska's basically, and that's another thing people don't realize, Nebraska is considered the entrance, the gateway to the West, right? Not Colorado or whatever, right? Anyway, so this place is called Cowtown. It's called the Cowtown Rodeo. It's in a place called Woodstown, New Jersey. It is a permanent rodeo. So every year from May to October, every Saturday night, they have a rodeo. And it's a full-on rodeo. They have all of it, calf roping. In fact, I got to see if my sister wants to take the kids down there to see this sometimes. I'm not a big rodeo fan. I think a lot of it's really cruel, but not all of it. Like the calf roping isn't a big deal. They chase the calf down and they flip it over and he's fine. He gets up and runs away. The barrel racing, no problem with that. The Broncos, the bucking horses and the bull riding, both of those use a strap that makes the horse, it puts the horse in pain, which is why they jump, right? They buck. It's not my favorite thing, but it's kind of an interesting concept, right? For an Americana type thing. Anyway, Ranch Hope is a place that is very similar to like Boys Town, where they take in boys that have been in a lot of trouble. I don't know if it still operates. When I was in their thrift store, I should have really asked if they still operated. But they have the best, what I consider one of the best thrift stores ever, because you will find so many pairs of used cowboy boots in that store. In fact, Jenny was so surprised because she went in, she wasn't looking for cowboy boots, but she saw other like work boots that she could literally wear when she's doing plumbing work, and it's just, you think you're done, and then there's another room, and it's a great place, and their prices are out of this world. So let me show you what I got from them. So we'll start with this stuff. All right, how beautiful is this? It's stained. I am going to put it in I'm going to get it in a little bit closer. It looks very pink on camera, but in real life, it's much redder than it looks. You know what? Maybe the back looks redder. But how beautiful is it, right? I think it's probably like a bureau doily, but it's so pretty. It's got stains on it. I'm going to put it in some retro wash, let it sit overnight. Here's another one. And I would assume that aside from being vintage, even possibly antique, most of this work here, like this fine, it's hand done. You can see the mistakes. And then Now this is in lovely shape. Can you see the bottom? It's this beautiful hanky, and it is a linen. It's a very soft linen. It's been washed a million times. So got those. Those were, I'm trying to remember how much those were. 50 cents a piece. So like $1.50. Oh, this was shoved in one of my books. It is a book and candle shop. And this is a, oh, I bought this book, and this is the receipt from when they bought it originally in 1984. So that's good to know, right? All right. Here, I'll show you the book that came from. We'll skip around so you can see the book that came from. It came from this book, which this is a Dover book, and this is Pennsylvania Dutch, really. I mean, everything in here is like, I'll show you the back cover. Like, that's a very Pennsylvania Dutch motif. The Pennsylvania Dutch, or as they're often called, the Amish or Mennonites, are German lineage. So you see a lot of this kind of folk art. So $1.50 on all these books. So all these books I'm about to show you were $1.50. And this was, wait, let's see how much it was originally. Oh, it cost $4.50 in 1984. So that's good to know. Found this book. Haven't had a chance to look through it. It's super cute. I did look it up online. It only sells for about $5. But, you know, for $1.50, it seemed pretty cool. And it's a lot of stuff like this. See? Like little home crafty projects. It's definitely, I would say it's probably early 2000s. Let's see if I can find a date. It is from 2009. Yeah. But tons of cute projects, right? You know. All right, this next one I can't find online, but I think it's an expensive book. It is exactly what it says, Quilts from the Civil War. And it is not only how to make them, but it's historical information like this. And then it shows you, let me see, here we go. It actually has in the book the templates for doing the different designs. And it was really fascinating. And for $1.50, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab this. And it's, oh yeah, look at the templates. I just thought it was a really interesting book. So I nabbed it. Has a lot of history about quilts, the quilts where they came from, pictures from the Civil War, like everything. If you're into the Civil War, yeah, I got your book. All right, this next one I'm going to take out of the plastic because it doesn't need to be in the plastic right now. So this one is, I've already sold books like this. Some of you who do embroidery, you might know what red work is. So this is a red work book, but this specifically is working in the blue color wave. And again, it's stuff like this. And this is in great condition. The only issue it has, I'll show it to you right now. If I can get it, there we go. Can you see that? The binding, the glue pulled away. So not the end of the world, but look, lots and lots of projects for red work. And these sell pretty well for me. I don't do, oh wait, look. It's a piece of wax paper. Oh, she was tracing. It's tracing paper. Okay, we'll take that out, but good to know. Really nice red work design and how to do red work and just loads and loads of stuff. So they also had kits there. I only ended up getting one because a lot of them were missing a whole bunch of stuff. Even the one I ended up getting is actually, turns out it's missing something, but it's not the end of the world. So it's this rather unusual, sorry about the glare, but I had to put it into something. It's a tissue holder. It's a poinsettia tissue holder. And it's that plastic canvas. It's the entire kit. The only thing missing is it came with a needle. But I'm assuming anyone that does this has a needle floating around. I'm trying to show it to you guys without the glare. I mean, it's a weird thing. I feel like tissue box covers are one of those things that if you're into grandma core, it's for you. But honestly, like who really uses them anymore? You know? Yeah, you know, I have to tell you, I I can't honestly say I spent a lot of money. I spent $11 at Hope Ranch and $3 this morning at Goodwill. So a total of $14. But it could have gone south, shall we say. Could have gone really bad. So the next thing I found at Hope Ranch was patterns. They had lots of them. Most of them were cut. Wasn't really interested in most of them. There was a skirt pattern that was cut that I probably should have grabbed because it was kind of a nice skirt pattern, but it wasn't vintage. I really didn't find. I found 2 patterns that are vintage. No, not even one. Anyway, now I know that I've told you that I don't want any more children's patterns or craft patterns, but you'll see. You know what? This happened anyway. So we have little boys pattern, and there were 2 of these, same size, but 2 of them. And it's shorts, shirts, but cute. Uncut. All of these are uncut, factory folded. Little girl's outfit. Also super cute. This next one's actually super, super cute. Luckily, a lot of these are summertime clothing patterns. Yeah, because we're getting into that. Even though we know, I've told you guys a million times, I don't sell kids patterns very often. I don't sell craft patterns very often. But these patterns were, drum roll please, 25 cents a piece. And I said, why not? Throw them on the pile, right? And super cute. And some of these, like, I believe this Berta is one that, it's like a $10 pattern. It's over 10 years old. It's totally out of print. And I guess people really like it. I mean, it is super cute. You know, and then this is a more recent pattern, but still, you know, $6 for this pattern. Most people are selling online. So for 25 cents, I'll take it. Another little girl's pattern with the hat. There were also a couple of adult patterns. They weren't actually like women's clothing, but there were 2 of these. There was this one, you know, unisex scrubs, and this one. Again, unisex scrubs. And then this was one of the vintage ones. There were 2 vintage. Okay, so vintage Christmas. There's no line drawings. It's just, if you can see all the photos, it's all of these Christmas projects. And I looked it up. I want to say it's 1980. So it's, you know, end of the 70s, very early 80s. And it looks like it when you look at it, you know. And then there was this. I almost didn't get this. The only reason I got it was because of these, because these could technically be ornaments. They're small enough. Actually, I think they are ornaments because this one looks like it's hanging. So I could see somebody make them. Basically, they're like quilted picture frames. There's no line drawings, but there's more on the back. I have another pattern that's very similar to this, so I'm not really sure why I bought that one because it's almost the same pattern, but there you go. All right, so let's go back to Goodwill this week. Goodwill Tuesday. So I go into Goodwill. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Goodwill Tuesday. It wasn't Tuesday. It was Thursday. I had this feeling on Thursday I should go back to Goodwill. And I was like, well, you know, what the heck? I'll go back, right? How bad, you know, if there's nothing, I'll just walk out, right? And actually, that's when I saw all this stuff that I ended up picking up today for $1, including that fabric. So there you go. Anyway, I go in. I'm over in the craft supply. There's nothing there. And then I see, well, I saw this, right? I was like, oh, what's in that big bag for, I think it was $5.99. And it was this. So I know this is vintage. I just know it is. But I can't even find it online. It's called the Designer Curve. I found something really similar. They said it was for quilting. Boiler? Is that how it's pronounced, right? So I went out and I tried to find something similar, just a French curve. Like the cheapest one I could find was $11.99 on sale at Joann's. So I was like, all right, well, I'm already doing good because $5.99, right? And then in the package they had, yep. And it is It's the metal one. It's very thin metal. It's like very tinny, but it is the Hemmer. Yeah, there's the lines on the back. Is it a date? No date or anything, but couldn't believe I got both of those for $5.99. I was blown away. All right, so this is going to be a short video, so that's good because Cybele said she's got to leave. But I did work on some patterns this week. It was just, like I said, very slow going. Lots and lots of patterns with small pieces and a lot of pieces. And a couple wounded birds where there, no instructions, no first page of instructions, missing, the back of a dress. Yeah. In fact, this was one of them. I decided to put this up online. It's great. It's an old Ann Adams. Here, I'll show you there's the Ann Adams envelope. It's an Ann Adams pattern. But the cape pieces, there was one piece for the cape. It was in horrible condition. It looked like something had eaten it, like probably insects. And then there was the dress. The dress, and it's perforated unprinted pattern. The dress actually didn't look like it had ever been used. There were no pinholes in it. It was completely, it was in great shape. No pinholes, no nothing, right? So, and then we had, sorry about that. There we go. Plastic sticking me. Butterick. Super cute. This is just, it's the shorts and the jumper. Can you see how it becomes shorts or it's a jumper? Cut, counted, complete. Same with this one. This is a teen pattern. This could almost fit a petite woman. It is the blouse, the button back top, and the wrap skirt. Very cute. Here's the line drawings on that one. This, okay, tell me this does not look like Madeline's uniform. Doesn't it? This also cut, counted, complete. This was the one that almost broke me. It's got like 34 pieces. I was like, oh, wait, this one. Okay. This is a Betsy Johnson pattern from 74. The dress with the short sleeves been cut. It's still full length. Nobody cut off the pieces to make it shorter, and they never cut the bonnet. So it's like, yeah. And it's Betsy Johnson, which, gotta love Betsy Johnson. And then this super cute thing. It's boys' pajamas. The red ones, these blue ones over here have been made, but the red one, can you see how the top is different? It's got a collar. The pieces for the top, never made, never cut, still folded, still in great shape. Then we had this, yes, a dress that I would have killed you for back in the day, 1970. Amazing, huh? Can you see it? I know, right? Tell me you wouldn't have killed somebody for this dress. Only partially cut. They never did the long sleeves or the collared piece. This one, same thing, partially cut. They never made the blouse. We have the jumper. Yeah, I don't remember all these plaid jumpers, but there's an awful lot of them. In fact, there's another one coming up. Talk about a dress I would have killed you for. Okay, so this, yes, it comes with the kerchief if you were curious. So cute, right? Another one partially cut. There was a whole bunch of pieces they never used, like the collar piece and the long sleeve piece and the scarf, the kerchief piece. And then, yeah, here's the plaidness of it all, right? I don't remember this much plaid in the 70s, but I kind of vaguely do. I love the fact that this girl over here, plaid head to toe, because nothing like plaid pants for your child, but cute. And I think only the jumper was cut on this. So the skirt wasn't cut, the pants weren't cut. Like, it was just super cute. And that was it for the patterns. That's all I got through. And then, I went on my little safari and went and bought all those patterns that I said I wasn't going to buy anymore. But I did, because that's who I am. Also, what did I find in patterns this week? I found this, which is very faded out. It was in one of the formal, I think the one that I told you I might kill you for. I think it was in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's an extremely pale blue. It feels like almost like an organza type of fabric. That silky kind of, it's really nice. It's really beautiful. And then this, I think this was in the pajama pattern. I don't know if you can see it. It is a very fine wale corduroy, but it's made of some kind of like cotton. And then this side almost feels like a flannel, which all I can think of is this must have made the most comfortable pajamas on the planet. If you were doing the corduroy side on the outside and the like flannelly side. By the way, if any of you are curious what I do with these little pieces, all of these little pieces of fabric go into a bag. And someday I'll either win the lottery and I'll have these remade through Spoonflower, or I'll find somebody that wants to remake some of these, because I get so many beautiful fabric stuff that you really kind of can't find anymore, especially the prints that I get. Some of those florals, nobody's going to make that floral anymore because it's not really in style, but it's so cool. It was great to see you, Cybele. Thanks for stopping by. I'm all done. Check out the link I put below of this new YouTuber. You'll love her. She's really interesting. So speaking of that new YouTuber, she, what is the name of her? Twirl in Time. She doesn't have a lot of videos. She seemed to have just, started. She's only got 4 videos and like a short, but she's really interesting to watch. She's got a funny sense of humor. I really liked her sense of humor. And I thought, these guys might really like watching her. She's kind of fun, so anywho, check her out. She's up online and I put the link below. And until next week, I'm sorry. Next week is Memorial Day and I will not be doing a video because Sunday I have a family get together and Monday I have a get together with friends. So I'm not going to be around. But I hope you have a great Memorial Day. I will see you the following Sunday. Well, we will officially be in June, and God help us. I hope that it is not raining every day. Hopefully we will start to see some sunshine and it will start to behave like spring or maybe summer. I don't know, whichever. Until then, I hope wherever you are, the weather's a little bit better than where it is here, than the way it is here. And until next time, thank you for stopping by and stay well. And I will see you in 2 weeks. See you later. Bye.